Good evening, guys. Jesse here, broadcasting from my playroom right now. It's Sunday, it's a Captain Morgan kind of Sunday. This Sunday, the Black Label Invitational show was on, which is a fully sick car show. It's an indoor car show which shows the most well, clean built, bespoke automobiles, automobile vehicles, bikes, whatever, in Australia, which is awesome. But I didn't get to go, and I'm pissed. Like, I've got PMS right now. So I'm in my sausage dog PJs and my slippers, and I'm not even going to clean anything up for this video, but I really want to upload today because, I don't know, it's kind of like an addiction. So I went and bought myself some stuff from JB Hi-Fi to improve my videos. So it's sort of car related. And yeah, so I'm just going to have a Captain Morgan with you guys and show you what I got, where it's sort of come from. And I'm no photographer by any means. Never have been, never will be, just have had a camera to do the YouTube stuff. But I think it's important to know, like, that sometimes the cheaper stuff's alright, because I mean there's heaps of cool ass videos about what stuff you really can get. But on a budget and stuff, this is what I use. My first ever videos started off on the iPhone 6, which is long gone and smashed, being in the sandblasting room, shot gets in it, and it's stuff kind of like exactly the same as this. Most of my vlogs are on that, and I was going pretty cool, except when I broke up with my ex-partner, I'd always need like at least 10% on my phone so that I could get home from where I was recording. So that was kind of that kind of sucked if I was like, you know, lost. So anyway, so I was doing that, and then I got this thing, the Joby phone mount. So that just goes in there like that, sweet. And then with this Gorilla Grip, that just screws in there like that. Voila. So this is pretty sweet because you've got, I don't even need to do like a rundown on this. Everyone knows what this brand is and what it does, but you got adjustment, you can adjust like that, you can adjust everything. There's even like a mini spirit level on there. So anyway, that was really cool. That was quite a good working tool to film, except I took the panel van to Winton and I cheaped out and I didn't buy a GoPro. And what happened there was I had my phone strapped to the mirror, and that was awesome because I went live. A couple of times it wasn't awesome because it would like slip, and what you're looking at is a racetrack, and then you're looking at the sky for like 5 laps straight, and it was terrible. In one of those races, trials, there was a red flag and we all got pulled up, and I thought, oh, I better try and save some battery. So I've turned my phone off. But the officials have seen me turn my phone off on my rear vision mirror, and that was the end of that. Next up is my GoPro Hero 4 Silver. Really cool, 4K, whatnot. I think that's about it. The best thing about this is you can strap it to a roll cage, have a Joby mount to go to it, you can strap it to everything. It's really good, except there's not much, well, for someone as inexperienced as me, I felt like all of my videos look fish-eyed, and the sound was shit, and the battery's not that great. And so I could combat the battery life with this dual charger thing. I think that was, I don't know how much it cost, but obviously it charges 2 batteries quick. And yeah, that sort of solved the battery side of things, but then the SD cards come into it. And I mean, it is old, there's better ones now, but that's what I've got. And so there's a few videos though where this has actually failed me with the SD cards. I only ever buy the proper SanDisk SD cards, and I would have pressed record, it's all good, no error messages, do some sandblasting, think the whole shot's done, I've done the work, can't really do that, and then I go to review it and it says SD error, everything's not recorded. Happened at the tractor pool, happened at Winton, happened in the Clubman. So this is actually my least favourite thing to use unless I'm going around a racetrack. So I really want to get something updated from that. So the next thing I got was, I'm going to have to record the next thing on my phone. Next thing I got was the Canon G7X Mark II vlog camera. I don't think I need to say anything about this because there's heaps of videos that already explain everything. But if you can see the damage here, that thing doesn't shut, and it's quite dented around there. I've had to sand that back because what happened is I decided to buy a cheap Big W tripod when I was making the lowrider trophies. I'll put a link in the video somewhere, but when I was making the lowrider trophies, the tripod dropped and damaged this thing, and pretty much I had to sand that back for it to pop back in, or else it was just going back and forth. Joby back on the seat again. The Joby thing is really sick, but after a while, I've got the small one and it just doesn't have enough oomph to hold up the Canon PowerShot. So it probably would if it was new, but if you're gonna work on cars and stuff, what I was doing was I was wrapping these around. When I was changing the motor in the Cortina video, I had this wrapped around the bonnet stick, and oily hands and stuff kind of got all up in this grill, and now like if I sit it upright like that, it'll constantly just bend out because it's just lost all compression there. So great tool, but gone now. Which brings me to my unboxing. So while you guys were out at the car show today, I was doing some retail therapy and I got a few things. From JB Hi-Fi, I got a new tripod, and it's exactly the same price as I paid for, oh no, it's $10 more than what I paid for the one at Big W. So I think that's a really good good reference as to what an extra $10 can buy. I got the same brand as the tripod, XCD, in the, like a Gorilla Grip flexible tripod. They had that next to the Gorilla Grip and it felt like it had roughly the same sort of strength, so that was good. And also, I've been doing all my video editing with the MacBook, and I think it's time enough now to get a microphone, because I've been starting to do some voiceovers and listening to your own voice is shit sometimes. So I thought, I wonder if this can make it better. So I got this. Let's unwrap them. Open her up. It says cardboard. Oh. Comes in its own carry case. I think the Big W one does, but it was actually so shit I threw it out. So I'll undo it. And what do we got here? Some plastic. It's black. It feels a lot sturdier for an extra $10. That's your adjustment for that. The legs are made out of like a thicker square tubing, and it's only got 2 drop downs. And then what do you got here? Undo that. This thing isn't a pull up, it's like a wind up. Oh yeah, it's on like a worm gear, as you can see there. That winds it. And whoa, hey there, Mr. Solid. Okay, next thing we're gonna unbox is this one. So same brand, kind of like the flexible Joby one, but obviously a cheaper one. This one only costs 24. I think the Joby one costs like 50 something. So there's not that much difference, but alright, I'll unbox it. Alright, so this is the two here. This one's a little bit bigger. It's probably equivalent to comparing it to the larger one of the Joby. While it is new, it feels stiffer, but only time's going to tell about that. And the top, it's got the same thread, a little bit of a different setup, no spirit level on the new one. A little fastener here feels a little bit more dicky than the nice rubber dial on the Joby one. So that's one probably negative thing, even though it's cheaper. With what I bought. It's more of an unboxing than a review. One of my biggest regrets is getting this thing. It's just flimsy, and I bought it because I needed it straight away, and it's just real rickety, and if I hadn't got it I wouldn't have a massive dent in my normal camera, so I might upgrade that sooner or later. But yeah, hopefully having some of this stuff makes it easier for me to bring some more content. And thank you for the beanbags. I'll judge it when I've actually used the stuff, and if it does fail, and if it doesn't, well, that's awesome. Hope you enjoyed watching. Bit of a basic vlog today. Like I said, I'm a bit pissed I didn't make the Black Label Invitational show. yeah, hope you guys have a great week. That's about it for now. So yeah, the microphone was 78, the big tripod was 29, and the small tripod was 19. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week.